Om Shri Guru Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Aspadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Punattu Sakaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadidamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Sargasthiti Pralayaketum Achintya Shaktim Visveshwaram Vidida Vishwam Ananda Murti Nirmukta Bandhanam Aparasuka Amburashim Sri Vallabham Vimala Bodhakanam Namami. This is the first Mangalacharna we saw. I added the Padartha, P.A. Balasara was asking about the meaning in a text after the class, which currently I'm difficult to do, lack of time. So what I do, I'll add the Padartham on the slide. So you can have a look at it for reference. At least the Vachyartham will be known. So in the first Mangalacharanam, Bhagavan has prayed to his Ishta Devata, Sri Vallabham, the dear to Mahalakshmi, this Mahavishnu, as the manifestation of a form to hold, to behold. But it is Sargasthiti Pralaya Hetu. It is the cause of all creation, Achinta Shakti, Mahashakti, Mahamaya, Visvesharam, Vidida Visvam. So all that we saw in the first prayer is that in every upasana prayer that we do, in our tender steps toward spiritual progress, we ultimately reach the unthinkable, indescribable Atma Tattvam, the Paramatma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam, Brahma Vidya. So that is the indication of that. Then in the second one, Yasya Prasadat Ahameva Vishnuhu Mayeva Sarvam Parikalpitam Cha Itam Vijanami Sadatma Rupam Tasyangri Patmam Pranadosmi Nityam. Yasya Prasadat, by whose grace, by whose anugraham, that I am able to say confidently, Aham eva Vishnuhu, I am that all-pervading Parabrahman. Mayeva Sarvam Parikalpitam Cha. In me is all my world exists. Therefore, I am the center of the world. That means I'm not a little infinitesimal sinner grieving for something in life and always looking for something else, but I am the Sargasthiti Pralaya Hetu for my world. See, in the Mangalacharanam, I worship a Parabrahman, Achinta Shakti, incomprehensible power, as something which is the causes of everything. But the second sloga, which is the prayer to the Guru, look at the transformation of the prayer. On whose grace, which Guru's grace, I am able to declare, I am that Brahman. All the world is in me. Therefore, what I only need is the world I created and entangled with, not engaged with. Engaging is fine. Engaging means you are different from what you're engaged with. Entangled is bonded, binding. This is what we get into in life. Every time we have something we do, passionate work is important. Intensity of purpose is important. Focus is important. Attachment, no. Bandham, no. That's why the engagement becomes an entanglement. The entanglement means samsara. So so you can see the insight from this. I worshipped the Parabrahman. Now I worship to my Guru, who makes me realize that I am none other than the Parabrahman. Well, if you already realized, then why are you worshipping? I have not realized. I have the knowledge. The Guru can give me that. I have not realized because I need nirmukta bandhanam. Bandhanam is this entanglement. Nirmuktam means completely dissolved. See, whenever you hear this word mukti, nivritti, sannyasa, all this you don't think you're running away out of detachment or aversion. No, you become asangatvam. You naturally become unattached to things because you are unattached to things. I am unattached to things, but I believe I'm attached to. So so the attachment therefore is not coming out of knowledge that I own this one, my wife, my children, my house, my property, my fame. That mamakaram comes not because of knowledge that object belongs to you, but comes of ignorance because you think that you own this object. Which means what we call vidya in this world, in which you create objects, deal with objects, the empirical reality, the transactional world that you deal with, the knowledge you use it there in the Vedantic parlance is avidya. Completely gone. So we are all in the avidya. So avidya is not knowing. That innocence is also part of avidya, ajnanam, that is. Avidya is viparita jnanam, misconception, misapprehension. So what is the cause of the misapprehension? You get the bandhanam, the indispensable binding of things. We call it love sometimes. The true love is always bhakti. It will turn into bhakti. Even between men and women, between children and father. That is a reverential love that is there, that doesn't regret the decay of the physical body, doesn't regret. Of course, you shed tears for a while because we are all acting in this world. As an actor, you shed tears for the loss. So be it. You are a good actor. But know that you are acting on it. Because literally, you cannot really cry. You think about a loss we had in life. Everybody had loss in life. So my mother lost. I lost my mother. I loved her mother. I cried. I remember that. Can I cry now like that? No. That means, was my cry a lie? No. It was an emotional outpouring I did. But in the heart of heart, my sister Rupam, I know I am unattached. I am no different from that. That is one of the reasons death doesn't really frighten us. It looks like frightening sometimes, right? But we forget that very easily. We go somebody's funeral and we do a epilogue for them, eulogy for them, talk about them. We all have this kind of a, they call it a masana vairagyam. Yeah, what is his life, sir? This man was an investment banker, He's gone. Estate is just lying down. What is the point of life? That thought goes away. Well, it is not because we got the delusion, the moha. Yeah, that is a reason. That could be a reason. But the first cause, because in the heart of heart, nobody dies. Nobody dies. And when you come to Vedanta, you definitely assert that, no, I become somebody else. What do you mean you become? Well, I have a different embodiment. Why? Bandhanam. What bandhanam? My karma. Okay. Are you happy with this? Why not? I want to be born as a rich person next time, educated person, Sanskrit scholar, whatever. So you harbor the intensity of purpose, a desire in your heart, and you try towards it in this life. Because of prarabdha karma, this life hasn't given the opportunity for you, but you shall get what you want, because that is what you wanted. It is not God is giving you a birth. It is you, I, who take this. Why? Bandhanam. We talk about all this uh, Vedantic ideas, and then we know that I may take a different birth in the next time. And I tell you, oh, dear friend, we are colleagues, and we learn together. We know life is futile. I done a lot of sins. So if I get entrapped in a body of a little worm in the next Janma, if you're able to spot me, liberate me, kill me, I get out of this body, right? And I become a worm. And you try to come and hit me. What I do? I wiggle and run away. Because this body is me. Abhinivation, Patanjali calls it. Attachment to the body. Why? We talked about it in your Purva Janma. I forgot about it. Because my avidya, my darkness. There's a reason why when there is a light comes in, you have to hold on to it. Like light goes away, darkness goes away. They don't stay, or at least we don't see it staying. That's why when there is a dawn of knowledge, or when there is a place where this is illuminating, we call it satsangam. Satsangatve nishangatvam. Nishangatve nirmohatvam. Nirmohatve nischalatatvam. Nischalatatve jivan mukti. The nirmukta bandhanam, which is the mukti, start from where? Satsangam. What is satsangam? It's an assembly of good people talking good things. Yeah, that's fine. But I can be an assembly of good people talking good things, but I am fiddling with my WhatsApp or playing a game and the class is going on. What difference does it make? Maybe I get illuminated a bit because anyway the light is coming to me, but I am choosing to go. So the satsang actually means not just the physical presence of a divine assembly, which is also important, but you in your heart be with the sat, with satyam, sattva guna, sat buddhi. So this is not rocket science, and this is not something you only need to know when we retire and in the last days of our life. No, it needed for every child when they grow up, because when they know, They come to this world to perform something. That's why the word perform comes in, right? Perform. Every form that you take, you do something. So if you educate the children, the youngsters, that you as a son, you do this duty. When you go out, meet a girl, as a boyfriend, do this duty. Or an employee, you do this duty. In every role, you perform differently. Your benchmarks are different. And because you are performing it, naturally, you may have the liking, dedication to the role that you play, but you don't get attached to it. That's why 5 o'clock, come from the office, you can, when you remove the jacket, put in the hanger, the work goes away. Because they're not attached to it. So that's why Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, to get this nirmukta bandhanam, the attachment to go, jnanam will come late, but you have to really start doing the work as a karma yoga. So in the second sloka, Guru's prayer, see, it's simple prayer, but if you take a word and then go down, it takes to the gold mine, right? So I am the Mahavishnu, I am the Parabrahman, the world is created in me, but I do not know this. I have to really remove, therefore, I don't need to get any more knowledge. I already know it. Guru told me. Tattvamasi, he told me. But the knowledge by itself it's a second-hand knowledge. First-hand knowledge is I must experience it. I can't experience it because I have ignorance. So let me experience this so that I get a nirmukta bandhanam, liberation. See, the liberation, if it is going to come after my death, I go to some other world and I live with some Indra, Brahma, toss it. I don't care. I can say. If it comes in because I did punyam, okay, I got a first class travel to the next train. It may go through Switzerland instead of going through the sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, I had more things to see. But the train is going to come around and drop me in a station where I boarded in this world. So punyas are fine. Punyas cannot give you liberation. Bhakti Shraddha are important. They may take me to the Guru. They can't give me liberation. All the rituals I can do, they can't give me liberation. They all prepare me for what? To ask this prayer. Nirmukta bandhanam. Give me that liberation. That liberation, that thought, that prayer will not come to you unless you have done all those rituals, all those sevas. Otherwise, even when you're 70, 80 years old, you'll say, please God, please let the lottery ticket be on me. Christmas lottery is 2 million, 20 million euros or whatever. Because you have not gone through that part. So here he says, give me that. And because you are apara sukha amburasim, you have boundless, because this process of nirmukta bandhanam learning, this jnana margam is not torturous. It's not a tapas like, you do fasting. Vedanta is not going to say, oh, Vedanta class, you're coming, don't eat anything, come fasting. Or you do this mantra japam 500 times. Or you do this Adhirudram 200 times. All that all finished before. You do all that if you want to purify the mind. But if you have got the drive to seek this Nirmukta Bandhanam, you think I have not done all this karmas, but I have the desire to ask for it. That means it doesn't mean that the karmas are not needed. You have done the karmas in previous janmas, maybe. Or maybe your parents have given you the blessing. Or there's a divine grace upon you. You come to this toll gate asking for liberate me. So once you come to the toll gate, there is nothing else passes there unless you show that you have the right of the passage, and then you inquire. For that, I pray to Mahavishnu and let him give me that thing. So we saw that. Now I think we should do the third one, right? Okay. Third one also we saw it. We'll quickly recap it and move. Tabatrayarga sandaptaha kaschitut vigna manasaha samadhi sadhanai yuktaha Sadgurum pariprachati. The Upanishad, the text is now giving you a context. Tabatrayarka sandaptaha. Because of tortured by the hot sun of Tabatrayas, again we saw it in the last class, impediments, grief, disdains, failures, all because of the attachments we have in this world, either coming because of me, because of this others, or because of natural calamities. So I have troubles, challenges in my life. These three kinds of challenges are drive me crazy. So I have a disturbed mind, vigna manasaka, deluded mind. But I have acquired a tranquil mind. I acquired the bhakti shraddha. I acquired the quest for knowledge. I acquired obedience. I acquired a jignasa, a desire to learn. But I'm still deluded. So if there is a person like that, kaschit, a rare person, someone like that. So here the Bhagavan is setting up the scene. There is a Shishya, a seeker, very rare. Why he is very rare? Because he has identified the world is the ticket, the punya power ticket is just bouncy castle. You just go up and down. See, not necessarily a seeker takes Vedanta because he is suffering from some calamities at home. That is, you seek, I mean, in Dukkham gives you Vairagyam, so you look for something, but that is not sustainable. Nobody gives you food, and then you are hungry, you come to the temple, and somebody gives a prasadam, you eat it. Then you say, oh, this is a place for me. You stay there. You stay in the temple not because you have bhakti, because something fulfilled you temporarily. No. If you are seeking this liberation, even when you are in the best of your health and happiness in this world, then it is a Viveka Vairagyam that is driving you. Because often we forget how often we think of God when you're having a party. You know, you think of God when there is a trouble. Oh God, I lost my key. No, you summon God for everything else. You lost your key because you were absent-minded, but the Purlayar has to come and search for you, and you give him in return a coconut sometime. But when you are happy, when you are delightful in your affairs, God has no place. You don't look for him, right? Doesn't matter. You know why? Because God is with you. If you're happy, means happiness is God. Not this sensational happiness. The anandam is God. You realize God is with you. That's why you don't go to God. Why we don't celebrate? Why don't we pray to God when we are happy? I'm generalizing it. No, there are many who always pray to God. Take a typical example like me. So I don't pray to God when I'm happy. Why I'm doing that? A Vedanti will look at it like this. I'm not looking at God because being happy means I am with God. So if you can get the knowledge that happiness is God, so when I am grieving, what is missing? Happiness is missing. Therefore, you seek God. So there is a perfect reasoning. So don't blame somebody who is not worshipping God when he's happy. That's fine. At least the first step, he has equated God to happiness. So he at least realized what he always seeks is happiness. Okay, I think at least this we can understand. Who is fit for Vedanta? I would say whoever seeks for happiness. Now, raise your hands. Who seeks happiness? The whole world will raise their hand. Who doesn't seek happiness? Who seeks sadness, grief? Almost nobody. So therefore, Vedanta is for everybody. But you have to start that I am seeking happiness. That happiness will be equated to Nirmukta Bandhanam. Hey, that means Nirmukta Bandhanam means unattached to anything, non-depending on anything, freedom. So not this world, not this fanciful car, not this $1 million in the stock market. No, no. They give you a joy mixed with the dukkha mishritam. But it is the freedom that they may come and go, the unattachment. That's why such a person is rare, who seeks that the pursuit of perfection. That is what I call it. Because he knows nothing is going to make him perfect. What makes him perfect is knowing that Ahmeva Vishnuhu Mayeva Sarvam. And I need to get that now. Because if you tell me this is going to be after the next Janma, go away. I want it now. So you have to have that I would say a positive greed, that what I can say, not anxiety, looking for the right word, the instantaneous liberation. Impatient. Impatient for what? Impatient to be free. And one of these mantras says, like a man whose head is on the fire. If your head is on the fire, what does he do? I go and put the head even in a ditch which is for the dirty water. Do I care? I want to put it off. If you have that kind of intensity to be free or to be happy or to see the God, if you want to still see God outside. So if you have that urge, then it cannot wait for another Janma. It has to happen now. Then Bhagavan Ramana says, Ayye, idu adi sulabham. This is so easy. How is it easy? I have not learned anything, but I only learned that I must have this unassailable, unshakable intensity of purpose, the impatient to get it. Is that a qualification? Yeah, because the moment you have that intensity of purpose, it means you are completely on it. And the thing that you are looking for is not very far from you, and you don't need to have any effort, no need of any prayers, any rituals, any karmas. Just the realization, like when Kunti or Krishna told Karnan, "Hey Karna, Radheya, you're not a charioteer. You are a prince. You're born in a Kshatriya Kula. You are a prince." So the very moment he heard a direct knowledge he got, he become Kshatriya. There's no need of another crown on his head because ignorance is gone. So he goes there, goes to Sadguru, and he asks for pariprachati. Pariprachati means he's asking with Shraddha and Bhakti. So this is very important. So in this mantra, what you actually see, it gives us 5 or at least 4 important points. A seeker must have a qualification. What is a qualification? You must have the vivekam, discriminate what is right and wrong, what is eternal, what is temporary. Vairagyam, that means you can detach from things that are not permanent. Samadhama, these gunas, mind control, mental control, patience, all the kind of good qualities you must have. Mukshutvam, a desire, a thirst for freedom you must have. And then in this mantra, other one, it also means, this shloka, the Sishya is going to the Guru. Not the Guru is going to the Sishya. This is the way you should do. Upasadana. Upasadana means the Sishya is the beseecher, who is looking to the seer. The seeker goes to the seer. Where is my Guru? Where is my Guru? He goes around, searches, and then he, like a billiard ball, oh, somebody gives me something which heals my heart. I go and listen to it. Thank you so much. It purifies me. But I'm still unfulfilled. The unfulfillment comes because you are seeking the Sadguru. What is Sadguru going to do? Sadguru is the transparent mirror. He's going to say, hey, you have these blemishes. That's why you're not able to see. But I am just transforming myself to be your own Atma. That means your real Guru is inside you. Not the inside you right now. Not the inside that you have right now. It's blemish. That's why the moment you identify the Guru, one very quick clue is that the Guru is not imparting to you a knowledge, but is imparting to you. He gives you a broomstick to go and clean up. He says, oh, you come. Oh, you want to have the Vedantic knowledge? Go and plow this land. Go and pick up this tulsi leaves for a puja. Sweep this floor. What is he doing? I came for the knowledge. No. Because there is nothing you need to know because you are already a knowledgeable person. But you need to shed your ajnanam. So he's going to give you that. So Sadguru is that. So the Sadguru, you have to search for it. And when you see the Sadguru, what do you do? Pariprashnam. Pariprashnam means with a great devotion. Pariprachati. Prashna means inquiry, issue. Pariprashna. Completely, you ask a question that what is holding in your mind. Don't put a question. Sometimes what we do, it's all genuinely, I think it comes out of the habit. If you think you know it, you lost it. Especially in Adhyatma Vidya. The moment you say, I know it, you lost it. You always say, I think I know it, but I'm not sure. So you will always be in the state. The moment you know it, you don't speak. You become one with that. You become a very ordinary person in life. Because there's nothing you can say. Achintyam, nirvachanam, nirvachaniyam. But why then people teach? They teach because they want to impart this. So this is the role you play. But in your Adhyatma Vishayam, you cannot say. So you ask questions. Question you must ask. Vedanta, the important thing is you must ask question. Contemplate. That's the reason I was putting a message to you last time, right? I asked you to contemplate why we pray to the the divine feet of a God or the Guru, not the divine hand, divine face. Why? Contemplate. So everything, whether there is a hook comes in, you contemplate. Because it is so revealing, like a, I don't know if you watched a flower blossoming, I had opportunity a couple of times. The key gardeners at home, you can see the flowers just second it goes like this. No, did I see that? Or didn't I not? It just blossoms like that, right? It gives such a happy feeling like that when you contemplate and when you unknot, and then the Guru's words comes in, tells you, yeah, that is right. And you find it, and it gives you such a fulfillment for it. So he comes and asks, Paripachti. So the lessons we take, therefore, is we seek. So far, the context set. And why this conversation happening? Why can't, no, we came to this Vaakya Vritti. Vaakya Vritti, we know in the introduction, it is about explaining the Vaakya, the Mahavakya. So we should go straight to the point, If I want to learn Java programming, you go to the class, I would say, right, what is an object orientation? Now, what is the memory? I must get into subject just like that. If I say, well, you came to Java coding class, I tell you a story. Once upon a time, if I start like that, you don't like it, right? You waste your time. But that is the reason why the objective knowledge or object focused, there's nothing to say. But Vedanta is not objective knowledge. You are not learning something other than you. You are going to learn who you really are. The Sat Prasadam you're going to get is you. I. And I am the seeker. I am the seer. So what I am seeing cannot be me. So as a seer, I cannot see me. So who am I? So Guru is going to say, Tadir Tumasi, you are that. That which sees, that which the awareness is. You see? So that's the reason why in the Upanishad text, in the Vedanta text, in all the esoteric Upanishad knowledge comes in, this samvadam comes in. Even the Devi Mahatmya we heard, it's all full of Vedanta. So there you say that Markandeya go and ask somebody. Sanat Kumara is approached by Narada. Nachiketa is going to the Amadharam Raja. Arjuna going to this. So all these things, conversational mode is necessary to impart, to experience the first-hand knowledge of it. Provided you approach the conversation as a participant of the conversation. Don't sit back and say, okay, what did Narada say? Ask. What does Markandeya say? Okay. He asked this question, he answered them. Good for them. No. You are the person asking the question because you are the Purva Pakshi and you are the one getting the transformation happening in you. If you don't have that bhavam, then you will miss out. See, Vedanta is not a conceptual study. We will see that a little bit more. It's not that I come to this, I learned about this Atma now. I'm going to learn about the Anatma. I'm going to learn about this Panchikarnam. I'm reading this text. Which text are you doing now? I'm doing Mantika Upanishad. Fantastic. Who is your teacher? This Guru. I'm learning from him. Did you look at that YouTube video or that book? See, what you're doing is you're bringing this scholastic knowledge about this. Brilliant. Go for it. But you will not achieve anything because all this will give you knowledge, information, you can write a paper, but that is not the purpose of Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam. It is to transform you. It is not about learning about the tools that will show you, but it's learning about you, which is to be shown. What is the point of me studying the screwdriver and the hammer, how they are made all the time, if I don't use them to unscrew the lock? That's the reason why Samvadam has come. So wherever you see Samvadam, it's a very good way of unwrapping it. So don't say it's a Puranic thing. It's not a story. Don't say, oh, Shankara writes it. Which this Shishya came to. Is it Padmabhata? Or is it just imagination? If it's imagination, is it as good as Veda? Vedas are Apurushaya. Don't go in that kind of a argumentation. It is giving in a silver plate, a spoon, and feeding us, they understand it. Okay. What is the Shishya saying? Anayasena enasman mucheyam bhavabantanat tanme sankshipya bhagavan kevalam kripayavata. Anayasena enasman mucheyam bhavabantanat tanme sankshipya bhagavan kevalam kripayavata. We can take a Shishya watch. Shishya is asking, "O Bhagavan." See, Bhagavan is in the evocati class. He is calling. Bhagavan, he calls him Bhagavan. Here, Bhagavan, don't take it as God. Okay, that's fine. Bhagavan also means, "O sir," or reverential sir, respected sir. So you take it like this. So he's asking the teacher, "O Bhagavan," you take the verb. Normally, Anvayam, verb is a very important thing too. So it wraps. So, Vata, tell me, what do you want to Vata? First he says, Kevalam Kripaya Vata. Kevalam means at least one, just for that. Not Tamil Kevalam, Sanskrit Kevalam. Kevalam means just alone. Only. Only by compassion. Kripaya means compassion, anugraham. Only by compassion, please tell me. Okay, what do you want? You tell me, Sankshipya Vada. Clearly tell me. Right? What do you want? Tanme, that means me, asman bhavabantanat muchyayam bata. Asman means like this. That means this kind of a tabatraya life, this kind of a struggling life, this kind of a sadness in life, this kind of prison, this bhavabantanat, yena anayesena muchyayam. He's giving a lot of adjectives now. Let's look at the simple meaning. O Bhagavan, tell me out of compassion, how can I escape from this bhavabantanat? Say it clearly and anayasena. We will come to anayasena in a minute. I think that's for the other tatvaryam first. Kevalam kripayavata. Please tell me out of grace. That means he is asking for the grace. Why is asking for the grace? You must ask for the answer, right? You go to the shop and say, I want to buy a soap. I don't say, oh, shopkeeper, give me some grace because I want to buy a soap. No. I said, give me a soap. You may don't even say, please, get me the soap. Why? Because he transacting with you, you're going to give him some money for it. Even you may throw some tips as well because you are rich. You don't need grace, you want object. But here is a guru. He is not transacting. He's not going to give you anything because he doesn't need to give anything. Is he interested to make his mark? Is he going to, he's a Sadguru. Yeah. Sadguru, the definition I gave. Yeah. He is not building ashram. He's not making money. He's not having an entrance fee for each puja. He's not interested in publishing books, YouTube subscribers. No. So why should he therefore tell you? And what does he have to achieve? He is fulfilled. He is free. He's a Brahmanishta. So he doesn't need anything from me. I cannot give him anything, but I need to get something out of him. Therefore, the first thing I should get from him is what? Grace, the anugraham. So now you can connect the dots. The grace is not knowledge. Grace is the means to attain the jnanam. So grace is the compassion, anugraham. So I need the anugraham. Anugraham cannot give me moksha. Remember that. Oh, God's sometimes when soaked in the bhakti and shraddha, they say, no. Swami will give me anugraham. He'll give me everything what he needs. No. We have to face the reality of life, existence, especially as the human beings, because we are very special. Narajanmam durlapam. You have the mind. God has given you the mind to think, and you ask questions. Like Bhagavan says in Viveka Chudamani, I am a beautiful son. My father is hungry. What can I do? I can give him food. I can give him what he likes to eat. But my actions cannot cure his hunger. Why? He has to eat. Understand? So you have to do things. You have to take this step. So God's grace, so his Guru's grace is always there. So God is not just shutting the thing. Okay, my grace is now out of sight. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, please come. And then 10 o'clock, everybody goes there, stand in a queue, sings his glory, and say, okay, grace, 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 grace. No. He's incapable of doing that. Why? Because he is Sarvam Vishnumayam. Sarvam grace. Everything is grace. Grace is always there. It is pouring all the time, showering all the time. But you have this dark umbrella. You don't want to get moistured by that because you have this ignorance of darkness with you. And then you're looking for that grace somewhere. So what I have to do, I have to pull my dark umbrella down, get wet in this jnana amrita version. Right? So when he says, out of grace you tell me, what means is, oh Guru, I come in front of you. You don't need anything from me. I can't give you anything that equal to what you could give me. Therefore, there is no trade. I surrender to you. So surrender is the important quality. Not to make the Guru to give you grace, to realize the ever-showering grace of the Guru. Ramana Maharshi was sitting there and somebody came in the morning, 9 o'clock, to ask questions. He's a scholar. He's written a fabulous questions to trap Bhagavan. There's so many contradictions in Vedanta when he reads it. He's got everything to articulate. But Brahma was sitting there whole day. He was sitting there whole day. And Deepadana finished. Bhagavan is about to leave and he comes back and says, Bhagavan, I came looking for answers and you're not giving me. As I said, I am giving you all the time. The grace was always there. You were not listening. Because silence is his eloquence. Because he is not like you and I with half-baked, I know not. No. He knows it, therefore he cannot speak. So when he knows it, he cannot speak, how does he communicate? Just being there. How does his light remove the darkness? Just being there. Light doesn't come with a sweeping broom and say, darkness, go away. No, why should he do it? Because it is luminosity personified. It's just being there. So great jnanis just being there in the sannidhi, in their garbhagraham, in their divine feet. If you are closing your umbrella down, you get soaked in the light. Right? Okay. Just for that phrase. Kripaya vata. Bhavabantanath. Asmana bhavabantanath. We talked about the bandham. Bandham is the entanglement of it. Edanal, that means yena, by what means, by how, you tell me, then please, just don't start. Once upon a time, when Agastya was sitting and he came and he asked, don't go to this Puranic way of doing it. I'm not interested in it. Because I've gone through that. So, Sankshipya, come to the point. I don't want these Puranic stories. I don't want to really go through this imagery. Because I worshipped everything. I worshipped Mahavishnu, worshipped Rudra, Mahadevi, Mahamaya. I did all Chandi Homa, I did Rudra, Maharudra. I did all that. I am coming to you, Guru, straightforward, Sankshipya. Clearly, you tell me. What do you want me to tell you? Muchayam. Bhavabandhanath Muchayam. How do I get liberated from this? In the Anugraham, Arjuna was like that. Arjuna was, when Bhagavan says, fight, and then he put some, brilliant questions, He thinks brilliant questions he put in. He trapped Bhagavan in the first chapter. He said, Krishna, what are you talking? Go and kill somebody? Are you mad? You kill your own relatives and friends? Does it sound nice? What happens if every soldier is dead and so many widows? Who will take care of the family? Women will not have any work to do. Children become, vagabonds. Society is gone. No. You don't understand this. Don't say this. Who is telling this? Arjuna is telling to Krishna. Because he knows it, right? That's what he thinks. He knows it. And then he put some big words like Papa, Punya, all that. Then Bhagavan said, okay, this man needs to be, somehow disciplined. So he gets up and say, in the second chapter, in the 11 slokas from chapter 2, verse 11 to 25, 14 slokas, he gives the whole Vedantam. Who are you? You are the Atma. Nothing can touch you. Water cannot wet you. Air cannot dry you. Fire cannot burn you. You are not killing them. I am the one doing it. All kinds of things he does to him. But no, I don't understand. Then he picked up one word. Oh, you said jnanam somewhere. Sannyasam somewhere. Sannyasam means giving away everything. So can I give everything away? Why should I fight? Okay, then he has to sort of karma sannyasam, karma yoga. So he takes away. When he comes to 11th chapter, he starts saying, I understand now, Krishna. Mad anugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma sanchitam. Yet dvayoktam vachase tena moham tomama. Important, I want to say, my anugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma sanchitam. Because of your grace, now I got this. No, if he is eloquent, if he's articulate, you should have said, Krishna, I asked you this question, you answered me this. I ask you this question, you ask me this. By looking at the analysis and the summary of it, you ticked all the points. I think conclusion, therefore, is very good. That's the intellectual analysis. No. He said, because he understood more than what Bhagavan has told him. That's why Gita, if you take a Vachyartham, any book you read, or anybody, any teaches you, they cannot teach you completely. Nobody can teach you completely. Because there is always something there which is waiting to be unraveled within your own Guru, Sadguru in your heart, which blossoms there. For that you need the Anugraham. So Arjuna says, I think it's 11th chapter, he says, because of your Anugraham, because of your grace, I got it. So same here, this Shishya has come and says, can I take one more? Yeah, I can take one. Says, please give me your grace. Give me this. Okay, now let's one more we just touch upon and then we close it. So Guru is now looking at the Shishya. So this boy or young man, you can take anywhere, This is very interesting. You can contemplate on this point as well. But what age, what time frame I could go to Vedanta, or I will go to Vedanta? Is there a condition for it? No, there's no condition for it. But if you have a kripa by the God, by prarabdha karma, you may go very early in life. Like Prahlad in the womb itself. He was enacting a bhakta in outside, but he was a Vedanti. That's why he was able to say, in the pillar, in everywhere, it be God. He was not looking at worshipping a Vigraham of Vishnu. When Hiranyakasipu was dismantling everything, he is unaffected by it. Because God is everywhere. Omniscient. I am that person. Nachiketas, we saw in Kathopanishad. All young man. Ramachandra Murthy, he was a young man, he goes to Vasishta, Yoga Vasishtam, full of Advaitam. So you can have youngsters, you can do. But very often, that means I'm ignoring all the Mahamaya's Srishti. So nobody gets married, how the lineage comes in, how the children comes in. So dharmam, how can dharmam provide? Grihasthashramam is the most important thing. Because every other ashrama dharma is depending on the Grihasthashram. So Dambhatyam is a very holy thing. So never ever think, oh, I got into the family life, I should have been gone on a sannyasi. No. Sannyasi is a lifestyle. True sannyasi means how you live, what is your nishtha is all about. So if I take the Grihastha ashram, then naturally I cannot talk about Vedanta when I am in a peak of my career. I mean, it may be in the deep of my heart. I need to make money. I need to earn. Only if I earn, I can pay to this Ayyappa temple Kumbhabhishek, I can pay. Or I can pay to this Yajnam, I can pay. To do good things, I need money. So go out and make money. Spend money in a good way. So you do all that. And when you do all that, you get chiseled. You get kicked out. You get failures, disappointments. Tabatraya Argam comes in. So as you grow older, experiences shape you, you become a person. So in this case, you can say, because this person has come with a Tabatrayakam. So I don't think he's Nachiketas or someone like that. Maybe a middle-aged man or an old man. You can take it whatever you want. But you put yourself there. If you are 16-year-old, you are. If you are Ramesh, you are Ramesh. If I am myself, I am myself. So Guru looks at him. Guru Vacha. Sat dide vachana vyaktihi pradibhati vathamite. Idam taditi vispashtam savadana manaha shrunu. Satite vachana vyaktihi pratipati vathamite. Idam Tadidi Vispashtam Savadhana Manashrunuhu. Shunu. Guru is saying, like any very good guru, any elder, he says, Te Vachana Vyakti. Vachana Vyakti means your expression of words. Te, yours. Hey, seeker, your Vachana Vyakti. See, Vyakti means expression. Avyakta means unmanifest. See, if I see you, I see Ramesh. I said, oh, Ramesh is a very knowledgeable person. Is it so? So you look at Ramesh, he's simple. What knowledgeable person? I don't see a knowledge. Knowledge doesn't come out with a horn, right? Then you talk. And you talk to him, whatever his field of expertise. No, he answers them thoroughly, clearly. Then you say, yeah. So the proof of the pudding is in the vyakti, in the manifestation. So Vachana Vyakti means the knowledge that he's got, avyaktam, comes out as the words. See, a lot of insight. That means Guru chose the right words. This disciple is asking a question. His words expresses his deep understanding of it. He is a jnani. At least he is in the jnana margam. Vachana Vyakti, Sadgite. Sadgite means perfect, correct, good questions. Pratibhadi. Pratibhadi means, bhadi means light. Prati means in front. Pratibhadi means illuminating in front, as it seems. As it seems. As it seems, he says, what you said, what you expressed is perfect. So that means Guru has understood his question. Guru is giving comforting that you didn't ask a silly question. And Guru says, Vachana Vyakti, that means you what you're expressing is what you understand. That means the starting position is good. Because if it is a wrong question, Guru may not even answer it. So this is very important to ask the right question. And the question has to be, see, asking questions is not easy. As I was telling you, and I listened to this, I take 5 minutes and close it. I was listening to one of these CEO of the AI company in an investment interview, and and I said, "What is your goal of this AI portal?" And he says, "Simple education, revamped education." And the conversation comes out to say the greatest impact of artificial intelligence. The AI broadly comes into two categories: a generative AI, which generates Vachana Vyakti with one artificial intelligence. You say, okay, tell me about life insurance. And it goes around and scavenge all this information from all the internet, paraphrase them, put in right English to you, and gives you an essay. What has it done? It has generated something for you. Generative intelligence of it. There's something called agentic AI, which does something more specific AI. Why did I go here? Yeah. So this man, the interview comes out and says, so my purpose of the AI system we are conceiving is to change education system, because today the education system throughout the world qualifies, rewards, merits anyone who knows the answer. I graduated from IIT, Oxford. Okay, I answered all the questions correctly. So my expression, my Vachana Vyakti is what? Is an answer to a question, right? So how well you answer, you get marked. So what do I have to do? What is my education, therefore? Is know all the answers, right? Keep in the memory. Now imagine now, I have a machine and it's got all the answers. Okay, how do I go from here to there? Press the button, it tells me this way. Now, if it is telling me how to go, why should I labor this knowledge and put in my brain? Why am I wasting my intellectual capacity to store some unnecessary data? Why should I memorize multiplication table? A calculator is there to help me out. You see, look at it in a bigger sense. So I can dispense away with this storage of knowledge into my memory and call it an educational system. So answers are not my learning, but what is needed for AI. And AI can do better if the questions are better. Today, there's a new job coming out in the marketplace called prompt engineering. You just, what does it mean? Ask good questions, clear question, vispashtam. Clearly, if you can ask questions, AI is very happy. Hey, this guy is asking good questions because you know what is the AI is doing? Because when you ask good questions, what do I have to do? I have to find the right answer, right? So what I have to do? I have to go and learn more. So when you ask AI with a good question and gives you right answer, who is the teacher? You say AI, it gives me an answer. But I'm also a teacher because I'm telling AI what to look next, how to look next. Vedanta has this from the day one. It is not today as selling you this. Vedanta, you must ask question. If you don't ask questions, you just take everything and then try to remember that, it is wasted. So do ask questions. So here, he recognizes that you asked a good question. So disciple is very happy. Seeker is very happy. He's not disciple yet, he's a seeker. So you cannot just say he's my guru unless the guru says you are my disciple. You know, people say, no, who is your guru? Oh, my guru. So some people have this kind of view, right? Oh, guru. Oh, he cannot be like me. No, he's like wearing a trousers. He drinks coffee. I see him every day. No, no, no. My guru is Kanchi Paramacharya, Ramana Maharishi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Arey, he cannot teach you. Worship him. There's no question about it. But he is not going to teach you because if by putting an altar, an idol, no, you will not get it. When he is around, when Ramakrishna was there, nobody went near him. They thought he's a loony. Then they worship. See, we're always very good in idolizing it, putting it away because he doesn't question back, right? You just put some sambrani, sudam, you do that camphor, some naivedyam, and you eat it. No, you have to grab the guru. The most lively God form is what? Is it a stone? Is it a tree? Is it a snake? Is it a monkey? Or is it a full functioning being with one hand, two hands, four hands? Doesn't matter. Ideally, two hands, because then he doesn't really, frightens me. With 1,000 hands becomes Sakasasisha Purusa. I will run away. Someone like me, I can be comfortable with. This requires maturity of mind because our ego will come. We will try to find fault in the person. Because when you look at it, it could be a mud pot. It could be amritam there. The pot is mud. He looks ugly. He wears a gandhi dress. He cannot be a guru. So all that has to change. Okay. Now Guru says, I think your question is right. Now let me tell you. Idam tat iti. Idam tat iti. Idam tat iti. So I will tell you this and that vispashta very clearly. What is he going to say? He's going to talk about the Tattvamasi. We'll talk in the next class. I'm going to tell you that. But what you have to do for me, Savadhana manaha. Shunu. Savadhana manaha. You have to listen to it in a very clear mind. Shunu. Because if your mind is not, this mind is called an attentive mind. It's not just a lazy mind, attentive mind, alert. Alert. So maybe we'll take in the next class what it means. Let's go to the Shantipada. Om Asatoma Satgamaya.
Om Asatoma Sadgamaya
Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya.
Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya
Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya.
Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om Tatsate.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Raja.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for adding the meanings. Thank you.
Yes, sorry, I couldn't really have time to write it down. So
It's very helpful. Very helpful.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
And
Thank you.
we'll